studio. Nico Kleynhans is the man, and he is here with us in our virtual studio and in our real studio in Muizenberg, Cape Town, South Africa. Nico, when it comes to banking and the way that we spend our money and all that kind of information, just speak to us quickly about some of the things when it comes to South African banks, please, sir.
Well, the headline that caught my attention was, "Are you middle class?" And I thought for a minute, well, we're not in the United Kingdom. This is not a BBC or a Sky TV thing. Why are we looking at this kind of headline? And then as I read further, I saw the issue that they were trying to discuss was, what does banking actually cost us if you're earning a certain amount of money in South Africa? And I thought that was a fair thing, and so that's what I want to look at. Now, the UCT Liberty um, uh, Institute
Yeah.
defines middle class for South Africa as people who are earning around 22 to 26,000 rand a month. So if you're in that category, that's what I'm talking about. So if you're earning around 22 to 26,000 rand,
A month.
what kind of banking are you likely to be using?
Yeah.
Let's then see what it's likely to be costing you.
And just to be clear, we're talking about the big major
We're
banks
talking about the
in
big
South
major
Africa.
banks right now
Yeah.
because we have to exclude the digital banking because they are not likely to offer you the kind of package that
That you
covers
need.
what you need.
Okay.
That is the problem.
Okay.
Because you have certain kinds of transactions you are likely to be needing, and therefore the digital banks are not going to fit what you need. Now, generally, what I find people do is when you go shopping for your bank, you tend to look at what the bank is going to charge you for your package. That's fine, but what you should be looking at is what the bank is going to charge you for the transactions that you are likely to need. And that's where the problem comes in. You see, if the bank says they're going to charge you 99 rand, that's fine, but does that bank include if you withdraw from the ATM? If you
Yes.
withdraw more than 500 from the ATM, does that bank include the number of debit orders that you use? Does that bank include the electricity that you're going to buy using their account? Does it include the cost of buying prepaid airtime? When your kid wants money and you want to send them money to their bank account, does it include all of those costs? And so your 99 rand account may end up costing considerably more than 99 because you have more transactions than their package will allow you to use. The average South African in that category has about 17 transactions
Okay.
in a month, and this is where we have our problem. Now, what the survey did was it looked at the major banks, the brick and mortar banks. I need to disclose that Discovery Bank was excluded
Okay.
and has been excluded for a couple of years.
Okay.
And the reason is that if you check their website on their bank, it is impossible to work out what they're talking about. It's designed to confuse and it's
Okay.
designed to make comparisons difficult.
Yes.
And so they just exclude it.
Okay.
The other thing I need to say to you is that although Nedbank participates in the bank
Yeah.
survey, they have in fact improved their ranking because as a result of this survey, they have become more clear on what their
Oh,
charges are.
brilliant.
So, what is it? What they did here was they took 25 transactions and they said, if these 25 is what your family does, what will you actually pay at the end of the day? Not what the bank will charge you
Hmm.
for their package, but what will be on your statement.
Okay.
So on the statement, FNB came out the best as 99 rand.
Okay.
Then Nedbank came in at 108. Capitec was slightly more than 108.
Hmm.
Standard Bank came in at 138, Absa came in at 160 rand.
Oh, wow.
So the adverts that say we are cheaper doesn't count. You've got to look at how many transactions your family has.
That's it.
That is the key. I then asked another question. Supposing you earn more than the 20 odd thousand rand a month,
Yeah.
what do you have to earn before the bank is really nice to you?
Because we want banks to be nice to
You
us.
want bank. If you're earning between 750,000 a year and $1 million, then the bank is really nice to you. Without exception,
Wow.
even Discovery will be nice to you.
And they'll explain their
And then you get a private banker and
wow,
they
yes.
get all kinds of very, very nice
But you also
things.
pay for that, right? I mean,
You-
ultimately you pay for it.
You pay for it. But again, FNB comes out really good because you get refunds through your e-bucks in terms of this. Your
Yes.
loyalty points become valuable.
Okay.
And your loyalty points can be worth 40 odd thousand rand a year.
Sure.
And that's a considerable amount of money.
Exactly.
So banking, it depends really on the amount of what the transactions are, rather than what the bank says the cheapest banking is.
And I think it's important, as Nico has said, to go and look critically at what are your needs, what are the things that need, what are those specific family needs that you've got, and to be mindful of that, because otherwise you are going to be in a situation where at the end of the month you're seeing stuff coming off your account because, well, I needed cash for this thing, I needed to do an extra transaction, I needed to send somebody money, whatever. So please go and do the work and go and check it out for yourself.
Sure.
Nico, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.